I seen this man that was pacing back and forth on the sidewalk in the area that I was in. And he had no shirt on, scars all over the front and back of his upper body. And it was like knife scars all over, like big dashes of knife scars. Eventually, he stops directly in front of me. And when he stops directly in front of me, he's like making noises, kind of still yelling a little bit, looking me up and down. And we're kind of just like in each other's face. Hey you guys, welcome in. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brianna. I do godly content. Please hit that like button as you come in so we can get this godly content pushed out in this YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. We pass by and communicate with demons on a regular basis because there are so many people that are hosting demons and evil spirits today. And so when we're forced to confront or communicate with these demons, we're staring the devil right in the face. The Bible says that we fight against not flesh and blood, but the principalities of darkness, meaning that we don't fight people, the people that are standing in front of us. We don't fight them, but instead we fight in the spiritual realm. We fight with the spirits that are working through them, and we fight with the spirit that is working through us. And so these confrontations or these fights are not going to always look the exact same. Sometimes you're going to come up against people that are so demonic, so taken over by a whole bunch of demonic spirits, a whole bunch of demons that they're completely taken over. And sometimes it's going to be small encounters where you're dealing with people that are just dealing with evil spirits like jealousy or lust. If you have God's light working within you, it's inevitable for you to have demonic encounters, and you're going to have small encounters on a regular daily basis, and they don't appear as extreme as people would think, especially as extreme as carnal people would think. They think that it's got to be some force coming up against you. They think it's like the scary movies where people are floating in the air and things like that. And it's like, no, it's really you're being attacked in the spiritual realm, and people are trying to get you to stop walking towards God. Period. God's light working within you brings in a lot of hate. The darkness within them is hating the light that's working within you. They hated him first, so they're gonna hate you. So I've had a few demonic encounters, some extreme, some small. I would say one of my first one where I was aware and I was awake was the demonic encounter that I had with my mother. She was dealing with a narcissist demon, a Jezebel demon, and a few other angry spirits that had her viewing me as her enemy rather than her daughter. So I go into detail about this confrontation in this video. However, this confrontation installed a courage within me to basically confront anybody, any demon. I kind of grew up under my narcissistic mother, very controlling, making her children people pleasers, making us act as if we were perfectionists at all times. So this confrontation was absolutely necessary, and it really created a switch for me. And God basically prepped me for it and let me know that the confrontation was going to happen. He gave me exactly what he wanted me to say. So when the confrontation presented itself, she kind of went into the confrontation with those narcissistic Jezebel and angry spirits coming directly at me. And God gave me exactly what he wanted me to say, as well as instructed me to have unwavering eye contact with her. And it was the first time I was able to see a demon cower or flee from the truth. Another big one was when I recently moved to Dallas. I had to stay in a train station for a day. It was chaotic in the train station, so I decided to go outside to get some fresh air and eat my cold Chipotle burrito. And I thought it was going to be less chaotic, but it was even more chaotic out there. There was homeless, drunk people everywhere, but I feel that I have God's protection over me at all times. So I was like, whatever, I'm going to go out here and get some fresh air. So I did that. And when I did, I seen this man that was pacing back and forth on the sidewalk in the area that I was in. And he had no shirt on, scars all over the front and back of his upper body. And it was like knife scars all over, like big dashes of knife scars. And so I kind of look at it. I'm like, okay, I'm protected. It is what it is. And something in the spirit basically notified me that he's going to eventually make his way to you. I was like, all right, cool. So I keep eating my burrito, sitting against the train station wall, minding my business, knowing that he's going to eventually come over to me. So eventually he starts pacing right in front of me. Then he starts slowing down, pacing in front of me. And I was also alarmed in the spirit that he notices that you're not fearing him. So he's going to basically try to play a game. He enjoys playing games where he tries to get people to fear him. So he's going to approach you. And I was like, all right, cool. So eventually he stops directly in front of me. And when he stops directly in front of me, he's like making noises, kind of still yelling a little bit, looking me up and down. And we're kind of just like in each other's face. And he's attempting to get me to fear him. But I just keep simply eating my Chipotle burrito, making eye contact, like, it is what it is. What are you going to do? You can't make me fear you. And so I was also notified in the spirit realm, he can't do anything and he's going to eventually flee. So that's exactly what he did. He eventually flee. Something weird that happened in that situation. Two men that were standing next to us, and they had just gotten there on the train as well. They were watching the situation. Instead of trying to be on my side and help me, they were trying to help him, make me fear him, saying women shouldn't be out here when women are usually out there, or in where they're from, when women are outside in these types of areas, women get raped, killed, all this other stuff, just trying their hardest to also make me fear this man. So I basically just hit the ignore button on them, finished my burrito, and went back inside. But it's just crazy how you're able to see these demons flee because they can't do nothing to you. Yes, they can do their best to try to make you fear them, but at the end of the day, they can't touch you because you're protected. Y'all, I've had too many encounters to really count, but I'm just giving you guys a few, and it's actually God is putting them on my head. They're perfect for this video. So the one that I'm in with is the most recent one that really made God give me this title. I was riding on the bus back to my home or whatever, and as I'm riding on the bus happens to stop at this train station. This train station gets buck wild. It's in front of a McDonald's where a lot of homeless people are, a lot of drunk people, lot going on right directly in that area. And this day there was only two people at the train station. One that was about to get on the bus and another guy that was sitting at the station. I'm looking forward, kind of mind my business. See them at the corner of my eye, but I'm like, whatever. Something tells me to look to the side. I look to the side. I glance to the side. There's a guy sitting at the bus station, and he has his legs crossed, and he's doing that smile face from that creepy smile movie. I had just glanced, so it was so creepy. The smile was so creepy that it made me double take. So when I double took, I look back with unwavering eye contact, and I'm looking at him, y'all, and he's making that smile face directly the same face out of the movie, smiling at me. After I seen the face, I kind of just we just were sitting there making eye contact. He was looking at me like that, and I was looking at him like, kind of just sitting like, what the heck is going on with you? Until he finally like looked to the side. And I was just like, what the heck? And then God put this title on my mind, was like, yeah, go ahead and write this. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it's just crazy because he probably wasn't even aware of what he was doing, the face he was making, the demons that was working through him. It's just crazy, y'all, because a lot of people are not aware of what's going on with them. I even at this job that God blessed me with. Whoo! Because blessings look like spiritual warfare sometimes, you guys. Because God's trying to teach me also to really forgive these people and allow them to slap you on the cheek and slap you on the other cheek type stuff. So I'm really working and really, growing. But there's this young lady. She's only like a year older than me, but she acts way younger than me. And I know that she wasn't like that I wasn't talking that much. So she was basically instructed to bring up God, and that's the way to kind of communicate with me. So she kind of tried to use God to communicate with me, but really made me open up some wisdom with her that I could tell planted some seeds, but she wasn't really trying to hear it type stuff. And so when I'm talking to her and realizing all the stuff that she's recently did to me for literally no reason, because I'm attractive, because I'm chill, because I'm on my business. She's been doing a whole lot to me. And she's talking about God, talking about how she wants God to reveal himself to her and wants to have peace and patience. And I'm explaining to her peace and patience comes with spiritual warfare, and you got to basically make yourself as pure as possible. And she's talking about how she needs it so bad because she's so depressed and things like that. And it's just like kind of like making me understand why God has me in that situation, and also making me understand that these people really don't realize that they're being used. And we're put in these situations to really plant these seeds because they really need it to as a wake-up call. And yes, we go through it, and yes, it's hard, and yes, we got to deal with all these demons that these people are not dealing with, or this flesh that they're not dealing with, but it's really absolutely necessary to help them wake up. So hopefully those seeds did something for her. The situation, I can't lie, did something for me too. God has also been instructing me because it's like an overnight position. So I be up at 3 a.m. So he wants me praying at 3 a.m. He wants me praying hardcore and getting way more close to him when I'm going through these situations with these people that are not dealing with their demons. He wants me to go full out if it gets serious, fasting. If it gets serious, going to read my Bible, reading a verse or something like that. If it gets serious, really like going to probably go to the restroom or something and pray, because that's what it really looks like to lean on him, because we really reacting on our own will, reacting from ourselves is not going to do nothing in the situation. So we really have to learn to react in a way where we're allowing God to take care of it. Like, it's ghetto to take care of it by yourself. I say all this to say, you guys, basically, when you are approached or you are forced to go into encounters with these demons, stand your ground, have unwavering eye contact, stand on that truth, and do whatever God is telling you to do. We are very, very powerful people. Don't allow them to make you forget that. That's all I have to say for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Please hit that like button so we can get this video pushed out in this YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.